I like to use the example of camping. Okay, whenever you think of camping, you think all fun, exciting. Okay, cool, we're going camping. Let's go. Everyone gets excited, and then you get to your destination, and you're like, we forgot all this stuff. My name's Danny Beckett. I'm the CEO of Spiria, but I like to consider myself really the cheerleader. Essentially, I think the goal is more important than the role in anything that you do. And really, my goal here at Spiria is to build up the people. You know, build and empower people, and I call myself the cheerleader. That's really what I am. Is every day I focus on what can I do to build up the people here and cheer them on as they work on whatever they're working on. How can I cheer them on and make them feel really good? It's all about, again, it's all about empowering your people and giving them good encouragement.
I got a phone call from this crazy buddy I used to have that raced motocross with, Danny Beckett. Called me up and was interested. I had been doing some marketing stuff, so he kind of was interested to see if I wanted to join forces with him and about his new web development business.
We set out to do a lot and accomplish a lot with the whole idea of growing. Not only was it about me, but it was about how can I help other people grow as well, and then how can we help companies grow. And that's really what Spiria initially was. It was less about websites and technology and blah blah blah, and it was more about how can we grow people, how can we grow companies, how can we grow communities. We wanted to be the growing good in the world. That's really what we wanted to become.
I lost my license on the tour, but you guys will be fine. Jesse loaned me his. I think there were a lot of challenges that we thought we might have just going into a project like this. When you have a 1987 vintage RV, I mean, there's just a lot that goes into it. So people just really enjoy it because we pick them up, we drop them off, they get pizza, pop, they get to come on. It's just a good experience for them. So, well, everyone, thank you for being here. This is Art Tour 2010. There was some sponsors and there were some companies that wanted to still be involved in Art Prize, and they really didn't know how can we be involved in Art Prize and still benefit and give back to the community. This is kind of an accelerated way to see Art Prize. So we spend about 20 minutes at each location. You could spend hours literally at each location, but we'll only spend about 20 minutes. And overall, I think it allows people to feel like they're a part of something, a part of the development and building of Grand Rapids. Community to me is really the idea of bringing people together. As a kid, I've been raised like just family was important, and I look at community as the same way as people look at family. It's really the idea of bringing everyone together, and at the end of the day, we're all one great big family.
I think I'm still trying to figure out what motivates Danny. I'm not really sure. That's a really tough question. I think some of his life experiences are what really motivates him, and in turn that helps motivate the rest of the Spiria team.
I think what motivates Danny more or less is desire to see a bigger picture unfold, and he wants to see everybody who's along with him on the ride to succeed. So that's his ultimate goal in everything that he does, I believe. I mean, obviously going all the way back to motocross.
Yeah, well, I started riding when I was around 3-4 years old. So just riding with a family, and then when I was 11, I started racing competitively. When I was 16, that's when I actually started racing professionally. It became so much about yourself. It was like a me thing. Not only that, it was like I would look at the lives of the other people around me. I just saw all these bad things happening in my life and in their lives, and it was like I just want to live a totally different life. Today is Free Lunch Friday. We do this once a month. We invite the community out, and it's really it's a way for us to serve the community. It originated with just making some hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill, and we invited some people out, and we just love the area, we love the community more than anything. Tons of people come out. We have free food, and today it's Halloween this weekend, so we have candy and gourd bowling and some more and more candy for the kids.
pumpkin carving, just a bunch of fun stuff for the kids to do and for families. And
That's why I like the side of your van. Basically, your website sucks.
I know. We'll have 250 people out, just spending time together, networking, fellowship, and just really connecting with one another, building real, like genuine relationships. And that's what we love to see, and that's what we love to be a part of.
Individuals that have a lot of ideas are always tough to keep in check.
Ideas are great, but we've got to be able to have the time to implement them and make them work and tweak them. And if we bounce from idea to idea, then we never really kind of have a clear path.
Named Jason Dodge and project manager. Sorry, things have changed.
What do you?
2 months ago, I would have told you director of marketing, but we'll get into that. I would say Danny's very much a visionary, kind of top level, let's throw a bunch of ideas out there type of person. Not to say that those two can't work well together. It just makes for a challenging environment sometimes.
So how do you work it out?
How do you work?
I mean, from the outside, it might look all, fun and happy and exciting, but there's been a lot of brokenness here and a lot of just a lot of challenges and obstacles that we face. Like we've thrown events, and looking back on the events, they probably should have been a lot smaller. It maybe should have been more focused. Comstock became this huge thing, but we weren't prepared for everyone to know who we were. There was a lack of planning, right? There was a lack of paying attention to the details, and we were so focused on the fun. I'm so driven and I'm so ambitious that I miss like the true reality. There was a lot of things that got broken. There were relationships that got broken. There was a lot of people that that we owe money to. I have to question, did we stay true to our initial purpose of starting this company and growing the good in the world? And a lot of times it's questionable.
He did.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, if he doesn't answer, I'm sure he'll come back.
Hello?
Hey, Danny, what's up, dude?
Hey, buddy. Hold on one sec. What is Spirit like now? Spirit isn't really, there's not a lot of people there right now. It had a lot to do with pride, and it had a lot to do with ego. You get so caught up in, we wanted to be we wanted to be big, and we wanted to be this, and we wanted to be that. You guys saw me at, probably, just a tough time, and sometimes you guys probably didn't know what I was going through, but I was just trying to be strong. I would argue that, yes, I had an ego, and I made a ton of mistakes, and now it's just a matter of the most important thing is taking all of that, giving yourself time to reflect on all of it, so that you can actually learn, you can actually really take it and learn from it. The vision was to be this leading experience-based creative firm. I would argue that was really a false vision. I mean, I think it's a great vision, but I don't think it was the vision that God was calling me to.